Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Latifah Najwa Oktarit, and today I would like to invite you to study together about this topic, how to identifying a subject and a verb in a sentence. This topic is very important because many mistakes made by students is because they fail to identifying the subject and the verb in a sentence correctly. So today I would like to help you to understand how to identifying a subject and a verb in a sentence correctly. In English, especially in academic writing, every sentence must have at least one subject and one verb to be a complete sentences. We can see an example in here. The lecture was interesting. The subject in the sentence is the lecture and the verb is was interesting. Without a subject or a verb, the sentence gonna be incomplete. So before we talk about how to identifying a subject and a verb in a sentence, I'm gonna talk about what is subject and what is verb. First, subject is a part of a sentence that does the action or tell us what or who the sentence is about. Meanwhile, the verb is show the action, state, or condition in a sentence. For example, in here, a student study grammar in class. In here, student is a subject because students are the one who study. And the verb is study because it tells us what the subject is doing in the sentence. Now we move to identifying a subject and a verb step by step. First of all, for identifying a subject and a verb, the first thing you have to do is find the verb. And then second, ask who or what does this verb? And the answer is subject. Let's try this together with the example that I'm gonna provide to you in here. The researchers analyzes the data carefully. The question is, first, what is the verb in here? Yes, the verb is analyzes. Now ask to yourself, who analyzes the data? The answer is the researchers. So the subject in here are the researcher and the verb is analyzes. Now let's take a look at the sentence that often confuse students. The result of the experiment shows significant differences. Remember how to do the identifying a subject and a verb step by step. The first step is trying to find the verb first. So what is the verb of this sentence? Yes, the verb is show. And the second one is trying to find the subject. You can ask yourself, what shows significant differences to find the subject? If you guys answer the experiments, you guys are wrong because the subject of this sentence is the result. So the subject is the result and the verb is show. Maybe you guys are wondering why is the subject is the result, not the experiments. Because in this sentence have a prepositional phrase of the word of. So word after of, in, on, with, that is a part of prepositional phrase cannot be the subject. After we see several example of a sentence and how to identifying it, I'm gonna tell you the 2 common mistakes students often make in identifying a subject and a verb in a sentence. First, choosing a noun inside a prepositional phrase as a subject. Like we told before that a prepositional phrase such as of, in, on, and etc. is part of a prepositional phrase, so it cannot be a subject of a sentence. Number 2, forgetting that helping verb like is, are, have, will are part of a verb. We're gonna see an example in here. The number of students is increasing. The subject is the number and the verb is increasing. Lastly, remember these 3 points that are important to identifying a subject and a verb. First, always find the verb first. Second, then ask who or what performed the action. Third is remember to look at the prepositional phrase so you don't confuse what is the subject in a sentence. And lastly, every sentence needs at least 1 subject and 1 verb. So, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry if I make some mistake, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye!